What's good, y'all? So, we're about 24 hours away from Thursday Night Football. We got the Raiders and the Chargers, and I got 5 plays for this game that I want to mention right here. At minus 115, total points scored over 53. So these teams just played each other on week 9. We know that they're good for over this amount, but let's look at the last few Raiders games. Let's look at the last few Chargers games. We're looking at a couple of teams here that have just been going out there and getting themselves involved in some high-scoring affairs. So, when you bet the over for a game, you want to make sure both teams are allowing a ton of points, and I just see a lot more offense being played in this game than defense, personally. At minus 105, Chargers first half over 12.5, so it's halftime. We are heading to the locker room. The Chargers have 13 points or more. I think this is possible right here. The Jets were able to put up 13 first half points against the Raiders, and I think the Chargers offense is clicking a little bit better than the Jets are right there, so I think this number is not too hard to attain right here. At plus 100, Chargers total over 24.5 points. When these teams played on week 9, the Chargers were able to put up 26 points. That was without Austin Ekeler too. The last 3 games, the Raiders have been ranked dead last in points allowed. I want to say they're averaging between like 35 and 40 points allowed to teams. So if you're betting the over like I am, the Chargers are going to need to hit over this amount right here. So I like the Chargers for over 24.5 points in this game. At minus 130, Austin Ekeler over 37.5 receiving yards. So Austin Ekeler, arguably the best pass back in the league right here. He has a good matchup, and I wanted to make this video the other day, but I was waiting on some injury reports on the Raiders defensive line right here. And the guys that I was waiting for to see what was going on, they're going to be out this game right here. These guys are the reason that running backs have been going off against the Raiders week after week. Ty Johnson, 100 yards and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 100 yards and a touchdown. If either of those running backs that I just mentioned saw as many targets as Austin Ekeler does, they'd be good for 40 receiving yards against the Raiders. So I definitely think Austin Ekeler is good for this number right here. My final play right here. So Henry Ruggs is out for this game. Adjust accordingly. This makes people want to look at the Raiders offense, and you ask yourself, who is the main beneficiary in the absence of Henry Ruggs? And people might want to jump to Nelson Agholor because he's the wideout, or they might want to go with Darren Waller because he's just been the hot hand lately. That's the guy you want to throw it to. But I'm going to go with Hunter Renfrow in this. In plus 100, Hunter Renfrow over 4.5 receptions. Let's rewind it to week 3 and week 4. Henry Ruggs was out of these games. And, let's just look at stat lines. Who is the main beneficiary in that absence right there? And we saw Hunter Renfrow have above average numbers in targets, above average numbers in receptions. He even scored a touchdown in that time. A Hunter Renfrow touchdown would be kind of hard to bet on right here. I can't make that call right there. But in both of those games that Henry Ruggs was out, in week 3 and week 4, that was against the Patriots and the Bills, I want to say. 2 of the more stingier defenses in the league right there. And Renfrow was able to come up with like 5 and 6 receptions in each of those games right there. So, that's a risk I'm willing to take right there at plus 100. Hunter Renfrow over 4.5 receptions. So, those are my 5 plays. Sometimes I reiterate plays and go extra hard on them, and when I talk about that, it's in my Twitter, link in the description. Sometimes plays might shake me and I'll want to jump out of them, so these videos right here, they're not as final as some things I might talk about in my Twitter. So that's something to check out right there. If anybody else has any plays, please talk about it in my comment section. I'd love to hear about it. Anybody has any information or just stats or anything that I should know about, I'd love to hear about it from y'all. So that's my video. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out.